Welcome back. We're here again with Rick Anderson from Summerfield Zoo. Now tell us about this animal that you brought, because she kind of looks like a monkey-cat combo.
This is Carmen, and Carmen is a kinkajou.
Kinkajou.
And they come from South America. They only live in the rainforests of South America, up in the canopy.
Okay, and she's clearly a climber.
She is a climber. They spend most all their life in the trees. And they do have a prehensile tail, so they can hang just by their tail.
Wow.
You can kind of feel how, if we can find it, there it is, how strong that is.
It feels like a leg.
It is. It's very powerful.
That's crazy. So how did you guys get her? Oh my gosh, you are so cool.
Well, actually, Carmen has been with us forever. She is 19 years old, which is way longer than most kinkajous live.
She can vote.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And these guys have a real sweet tooth. That's why she's getting these fruit snacks and
well, she's
stuff.
got a marshmallow in one hand.
She's got a marshmallow and
fruit
fruit, yeah.
in the other.
And they have a real sweet tooth. Out in the wild, they'll go after fruit, they'll go after honey, nectar from flowers, and to get at some of that stuff, when she sticks her tongue out, it's about 6 inches long.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's very long, skinny, so they can get it, get honey and all kinds of things.
Okay, if you held a fruit snack far away, would she stick her tongue out?
She's not good at sticking her tongue out at will. She's always like, oh, they're going to feed it to me, so
yeah, she's
I'm not going to stick my tongue out.
So how did you guys end up with her?
Our two kinkajous actually came, it was a number of years ago, obviously, when the Opryland Zoo in Nashville closed down. So that's when these guys came, because they tore their zoo down and put up some more hotels and stuff.
Well, you really lucked out. Now, how do you want to do this? Can I hold her while you bring out another one, or do we need to keep them separate?
We probably need to keep these guys separate.
Oh, she's so cool. I hate to say goodbye, but you did bring some other ones, so we need to kind of switch her out.
Isn't she cool?
But this is one that people can see if they come today also.
And you can see how she tips her head up a little bit, because a lot of times she'll eat grapes, and so when she bites into them, when she has her head up, then all the juice will run down her throat.
Oh, that's smart, kind of like we drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you are the coolest animal I've ever seen. I'd never even heard of a kinkajou.
No, most people, we say kinkajou and they think Pikachu or
That's
something
what
else.
I thought you were bringing Pikachu.
I'm like, no, Pikachu doesn't really exist. So.
That's so funny. Well, let's go ahead and switch her out, although once we go to break, I'm going to be playing with her again. We lost the marshmallow. Now, does she need the marshmallow in there with her?
No, she's all right.
She's good.
All right,
that's a long time. It's so funny, the difference, because the groundhog, she was just going through food, and this one spent, 15 minutes working on half a marshmallow.
Yeah.
That's so funny. So what do you have for us next? I'm a little scared because this one you can't see.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Isn't he cool? This is Elliot. He's a baby alligator.
Oh my gosh.
And he's
I don't know whether to be excited or scared.
He's about 2 years old, so he's very handleable right now.
Wow.
And as an adult, he'll get 12 to 14 feet long and maybe up to 400 pounds.
Up to 400
yeah.
pounds? How
they
old
get
is
quite
he right
large.
now?
Only 2 years old. They grow very slowly.
I guess
they grow 10 to 12 inches a year, so it takes them a long time to get to be that. Of course, they live for 50 to 60 years.
He's giving me the evil eye right now. Now, can I hold him, or is he going to freak out?
We're just going to hit this here.
Okay.
And just kind of wrap your fingers right around there and move your hand up a little bit and steady him right there. Okay.
Kind of like holding a snake.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to talk too fast. He just kind of jumped a little bit. Is he okay with being held? He looks like he's freaking out.
No, he's good. He's good. Maybe you're freaking out.
One of us is freaking out. Now, how did you end up with him?
He was somebody's pet.
Oh, okay.
And then they decided alligator was not a good pet.
I guess.
We get a lot of those, actually.
I can see that. I can feel his heart.
Basically, all our reptiles, all our parrot-type birds, the monkeys, a lot of things we get there are rescue animals.
I did not realize that you could have an alligator as a pet.
You
Is
can't.
that allowed? Okay, then that explains it. Is that why the person got rid of him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a good idea, though. I mean, if somebody out there has an animal that maybe they're not able to take care of, or should they contact you guys, or what's the best way to go about that?
Yeah, we do have a lot of animals that are former pets or tried to be pets.
I gotcha. I can actually feel, does he have lungs in there? I guess
it
must be lungs. I can feel him breathing. He's breathing slowly, so it must be me that's nervous.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And they can actually adjust like their own heart rate.
Wow.
Because when they go underwater, they'll slow their heart rate down to 1 beat per minute, so they can stay underwater longer using less oxygen.
1 beat a minute? That's crazy. Now, is he safe for kids to hold when kids come out?
We don't let kids hold him, but myself or one of our volunteers that's trained to hold him, we will hold him, and he's in our show, and the kids can touch him and see what he feels like, too.
That's so cool. At what age or what size does he become somebody that you have to see from afar? Like, you can't, eventually, if he's going to get that big, you can't keep holding him
around the 3 to 4 foot range.
Okay, so once he gets that big, he kind of goes off on his own.
Yeah, then he's kind of just look at him and you can't touch him anymore.
Have you had alligators before?
Yes. But this guy is really cool. He, like I said, he was a pet. Yeah. And so he's in our educational shows. And we'll be building an exhibit for him for when he's larger.
Oh my gosh. Well, he's really intense. He's looking at something, and I don't know what it is, but I kind of feel like he could turn around and just eat me right now.
No, he's a little too small for that. He might pierce your thumb or something, but he's not going to eat you up.
Does anything set them off, or having them in, in captivity, does that kind of keep him calm? Is he kind of used to people?
No, being a reptile, and especially an alligator, they're never a trainable, tameable animal.
Okay.
You can handle them, you know how to handle them, and even when we go to get him now, he's already, in his enclosure hissing at people and everything. So really? He's just a typical alligator, and you can't really change that basic behavior.
Wow. I think I'm done.
Okay.
He's really cool. Wow. I can imagine. Like, he's so cool, and yet if I was sitting at home on the couch and he ran by, I would scream. Look, even now he's just, I know, I see you too. He's just looking. I mean, it's really intense. He's so little, but to see him this close up, it's a little scary. All right, well, let's go ahead and switch him out too. Okay. He's really cool.
Isn't he cool? And another thing.
I can't believe he's going to get so big.
Yeah. And most people are surprised. They don't realize that alligators, you don't want to really approach them on the land either, because they can get up to 35 miles an hour at a sprint.
Okay, that's a good reminder. I mean, you're trained, you've got him, but if you see one of these in the wild, leave it alone.
Yeah, they can run faster than most people think on land.
That's a little intense.
Now we'll go to something soft and cuddly here.
Oh no, this one's really cute.
Isn't this cute?
Who is this?
You want to hold him?
Yes, I do.
This is the short-tailed possum from South America. I know,
he
way
looks
different.
Kind of like a rat or a hamster.
That's what most people think as soon as we bring him out, because of his size.
Yeah.
Because this is an adult possum. They will not get any bigger than this.
You can kind of tell. You look at his little cone-shaped nose. That's like the only difference.
Right.
Other than that, I used to have like a pet mice and pet rats, and he looks just like them.
And this one also has a little prehensile tail.
I can feel it.
So he can hang by his tail.
It is wrapped around my hand right now, really firmly. Now, how do you end up with a tiny little guy like this?
This one did come from a zoo.
Okay.
And these guys are called modified marsupials.
And what does that mean?
That means they have some traits of all the marsupials, but they lack some others. They still have a very short gestation. These possums are pregnant for 14 days.
Wow. You know what? I know a lot of people who work here right now who wish that they were only pregnant for 14 days.
And they probably also wish they had babies like this. These babies are born the size of a fourth of a pencil eraser.
A fourth of a pencil eraser? I can't even...
Yeah.
That's tiny.
And like most marsupials, the babies are very embryonic. They're very underdeveloped. They have no fur. Their eyes are sealed over.
Okay.
And what they do that's different than other marsupials is these guys don't have a pouch, and they have a whole litter instead of one baby at a time. And as soon as all those babies are born, there's actually a circular pattern of 12 nipples, and each baby has to find one, and then it'll expand in that baby's mouth, making all 12 of those babies literally stuck hanging outside the mother's stomach until they develop further.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we're almost out of time. There's just too much to talk about. But real quickly, you guys do need donations, and we're not just talking money, right?
Right.
What kinds of things can people bring
to
help out?
Well, of course, money's great because we're always building a lot of things, but there's always things like stainless steel bowls. If people have freezer burned meat, we're always in need of meat for carnivores.
Okay, we've got the list up on your screen right now too, because there's also fruits and veggies. And then some of the other things on there, paper towels, bowls.
Right,
like
paper towels, dishwashing liquid, just things that you normally use to clean up around in your kitchen, that kind of things. Even like Menard's gift certificates would be wonderful because we're always building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's great to know because a lot of people have some of those things sitting around maybe that they're not using anyway, and it can really help you guys out a lot.
Yeah.
All right, well, we do need to go to break. I feel bad because I could just play with you forever. But again, just a reminder, today is the last day that you guys are open. And how late are you open today? From what time to what time?
We are open from 11 to 5.
11 to 5. All right, and if you want more information, you can just give them a call or check out the website. That's all on your screen, and we'll have that for you again at the end of the show. We'll be right back.